Hey freaks, it's Autumn on Pause here. Hey freaks, it's August on Pause here, or Autumn on Pause here. We hit 900 subscribers, so I'm doing a 2016 Draw My Life, because I didn't know what else to do, but I'm just so shocked I actually hit 900. Thank you guys so much. So I was born in the USA. I'm not going to say where, because I'm not dumb. But I was born in the USA somewhere. I'm not going to tell you where I am at all, but I was born there. I was born with an ear infection, and I had to stay in the NICU for quite a long time. And I remember my mom telling me this story about her friend Jay, who is a witch and practices witchcraft. I was almost deaf. I don't know if that last part was in the voiceover. But my mom's friend Jay practices witchcraft, and she tells me this all the time. Apparently, he casted a spell, and I can now hear. I was so close to being deaf. I was supposed to be deaf, but the infection went away after that spell. My mom literally saw him put it on. At the time, I lived with my dad. Here's me erasing the figure because it didn't really look good. But I lived in a house with my dad. I think it may have been a trailer, actually. My dad, my mom, my older half-sister, my older half-brother, and my one full brother who was 3 years old by the time I was 1. But they're all my full siblings, and I love them very much. Look at little me. I am the youngest of my siblings. Here's me labeling. So my two older siblings are now in their 20s, and me and my other brother are in our teen years. I do have another half-sister who I've never really gotten close with because she did not live with us. I do remember envying her a lot, though, because she had confidence, and I did not. But, yeah. I also was diagnosed with acid reflux. That's what the stomach doctor said it was, so that's what I've known my whole life. But basically, my food comes up after I eat it. It's kind of like vomiting in your mouth all day, every day. And my stomach makes noises, and I burp with everything. I remember asking my mom, like, Mom, why does my food come back up after I eat it? And my mom's like, it's not supposed to. I thought it was normal for so long. I've also been very tender-headed from a young age. I would scream and cry when my mom brushed my hair. It hurt so much. My hair was down to my waist. I think I was like 5 years old. And I was very tender-headed, and I did not let her brush it. It got to a point where there were so many knots on the underside of my hair that a dreadlock formed. So my mom was like, if you don't let me brush your hair, I'm going to cut it. And you want to know what I said to her? I said, do it. And my mom, she still tells me to this day that I called her bluff, and she did not expect me to say that. But that's how I ended up with a bob. I was also born with a unibrow, and I was so insecure about it because when I was younger, I was told it's the staple of ugly. If you have it, you're ugly. So I was begging my mom, please let me shave it. She was like, no, obviously. So my older half-sister got bangs, so I asked for bangs, and it made me happier because it covered my eyebrows. It made me happy. By the time I went to school around 3rd grade, this is after COVID, any interest somebody would share with me, I would pretend to have the same interest. Somebody said their favorite color was purple. I painted my room purple, although I didn't really like color at the time because I was weird. And I read a book series that I didn't really like because somebody else liked it, and same with the band. Almost everything anyone told me, I was like, oh, me too. And I kind of just adapted to everybody's personalities. When I was younger, my dad had very, very high anxiety, so he would yell a lot, and he didn't really know how to be a father, although he's the father of all my siblings. He didn't know really how to be a dad because his dad left him. So since he would yell a lot, me and my brother were scared to talk to him. We were scared of him. Even I remember telling my friend that I hated him. There's a specific story where the yelling got so bad, me and my brother always would cry, and he actually broke my brother's Xbox twice. And my mom got fed up, so she told me and my brother, don't mind the whiteboard thing, to get our shoes on and go wait for her in the car. I remember this part very vividly. My dad came out the front door as my mom started the car. And basically they argued. My mom was like, you need to calm down. My mom was like, you need to calm down. And was arguing, and he just kept saying, bullshit, bullshit. When we got to the motel, you can't see it here, but I'm drawing me, my mom and my brother and I. Me, my mom, my brother and I. What the freak? And my dad texted my mom saying, I'm sorry. I'm going to sleep in the guest room tonight, and we'll figure out in the morning. Don't worry, he's better now. He got a medication for his high anxiety to calm him down. This is also after COVID. I moved schools to a different public school. In that school is where I met some of my best friends to this day, including Jester and Jag. And they are my besties, and one of them still goes to the school I go to now, because, yeah. Thanks, guys. I would not be me without you. Rewinding a bit to 2020, which was COVID, before I switched schools. Most of my childhood, I thought I had trigger warning suicidal thoughts. I did get therapy for it, and I am okay now. I still have them every once in a while, but I thought it was normal, so I would always say I wanted to kill myself. In fact, I got sent to the counselor's office for it. Anyways, Jester introduced me to the LGBTQ, which was after 2020 at my newer school. They introduced me to LGBTQ, furries, Therians. Thank you, Jester. And told me what they actually were. And I did get bullied after being a furry and coming out as lesbian to my 4th grade class. I was a little dumb. And I got called emo for wearing rainbow Converse on the bus, and I took that as a challenge. So I did end up finding an emo/punk artist named TX2. I don't care what you say about him. I was having suicidal thoughts, and he helped me. I also found my style, which is grunge. And I started playing my emo music on the bus. And I really did not care what they were saying at that point, which I'm glad I had that optimism. I did have a trio. Some drama did happen off, but I'm sure they don't want that on the internet, so I'm not going to say anything about it. We are acquaintances now, and we're good. We explained the situation of our perspectives to each other, and we respect each other. My friend, will call them I, because I'm sure they don't want their name online. And me, and we'll call the other R, because I'm sure she doesn't want her name on either. We were known as the furries in 4th grade, and 4th graders to this day, they really like me, because I was not afraid of being me. And at my current middle school, I still go to this middle school with my friend I, and R is now just my acquaintance. But hi, if you're watching this, if your if your little sister's watching this, it is me, Amy. Just so you know. Before that last part, I moved to a charter school, and that was the worst. There was drama. Let me tell you the pros and cons of what happened in that year, like 2 years. There's me finally adjusting the board. Art. They allowed us to do art. And friends. I made a lot of good friends there. But there was so much drama, it was overwhelming. There was homeless people all around, and one broke in. And a teacher that hit students. And yeah, the drama was so bad I ended up moving. Because it got so bad, the people were, like, I was crying every day on my way home. Middle school is what it was, but I did move back to the past school I was at, but it's middle school version. I don't know. And as soon as I got there, my boyfriend broke up with me. I won't go into details. And when I got there, I had Jag and I met a lot of other cool people. For public school, that is. And they're actually really nice. Now we're up to date. Thanks for watching. Thanks for 900. Thank you all. I probably wouldn't have done this without you. Bye.